PC gaming can be really expensive to get into, and now with this virus going around, all the PC part prices are up. There's less being made, there's more demand. It's a bad time for anyone wanting to build a PC, especially you people on a tight budget. So today, I've came down from the heavens to give you a $450 parts list that I think will be your next PC. Let's get into it. Okay, for our processor, I chose the Intel Core i3-9100F. This processor is going to give you marginally better performance than the Ryzen 3 3200G, which is, if you see right here, a $100 CPU. Ryzen is known as the value king for any kind of PC build in general. So $72 makes the CPU just a no-brainer to include. For our motherboard, I chose the Gigabyte B365M DS3H. Now, this board doesn't have particularly great VRMs. It's nothing special. It's a cheap micro ATX board that'll get the job done. 4 DIMM slots. Our CPU is the last gen Intel platform, so there are plenty of good CPUs that you could upgrade to in the future, even though they're not going to give you the greatest price to performance ratio. Now, for our RAM, I just chose a 2x4GB kit of G.Skill Aegis DDR4 RAM running at 2133 MHz with a CAS latency of 15. Now, this RAM is nothing special. It's actually not very great, but Intel doesn't rely on RAM speed nearly as much as Ryzen does, so it's not a big deal. Now, I know that 8GB is a little low today, but if you just spend 20 more bucks, you can get the 16GB kit, or down the line, you just spend the $31 again, and you buy another kit because our motherboard has the 4 DIMM slots. So, like I said, 8GB is a little low, but if you do have another $20 to throw around, grab the 16GB kit. You'll be able to have more Chrome tabs and such open. It's just a better time with 16 gigs. But for most games, 8GB will do the job just fine. For our storage, I chose a 500GB Crucial P1 M.2 SSD. This SSD has the coveted DRAM, which means that your computer is just going to be so much snappier. 500GB will be plenty to hold a few games. You can add more storage with like a 2TB Seagate Barracuda for another $50-$60 later down the line if you need it. But for now, this will start you off pretty great. Okay, and for our graphics card, I chose the Radeon RX 570 4GB. This specific one here is from ASRock and is only $130, which is just a great value for what you're getting. You'll be able to run pretty much any game you want. You'll have to tweak the settings, but still, for $130, you shouldn't be expecting 2080 Ti performance. Okay, and for our case, I chose the DIY PC MA08-BK. Now, you may be saying, oh, he chose this one because it's the cheapest one he could find. No, while DIY PC cases are pretty crappy, this one here has pretty decent airflow with that mesh panel there, and it comes with 2 included fans to make sure that everything's gonna stay nice and cool, even if it doesn't really look particularly great, and if the cable management will be pretty bad. For $40 once you add the shipping, this case is pretty great. And last but not least is our power supply. I chose the EVGA 450BR. Now, this is a no-frills, kind of low-watt power supply, but it's 80+ bronze rated from a reputable manufacturer. It's got all these protections to help you prevent burning down your house. It comes with a 3-year warranty. The reviews are pretty positive. I have nothing to say that's bad about this power supply. I heard it's pretty low on the power supply tier list, but it'll do the job and shouldn't burn down your house, which is always a nice added bonus. Now, at the end of the day, you're getting yourself a cheap, reliable, solid performing PC for only $13 over our $450 budget. Now, if that $13 blow over the budget wasn't too much for you, then I will have the PC part picker link in the description, along with the link for the 16GB kit of RAM. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was valuable to you in any way. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment what you thought about my list. Is there anything you'd change? Make a discussion down there. Subscribe if you really enjoyed this video and enjoy the other ones that I make. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.